Hello, hello, my friends. It is already the month of April, and that is not a joke. I know today is April Fool's Day, and I don't really have any creative jokes to come up with. However, it does feel a little bit like a joke that we are already 1/4 of the way through the year of 2024. Can you guys believe that? I can't. I actually love the month of April. I'm really looking forward to quite a few things here throughout this month. My channel, there's going to be, it's going to look a little bit different this month just in terms of frequency of videos, but I will talk about that a little bit later in another video coming up this week. However, before we can look forward to all of the fun, wonderful things going on this month, we do need to take a look back on the month of March, and specifically what that means for this video today. I am sharing with you the candles that I burned up in the month of March. So if you've been with my channel for a while, you guys know that I typically like to film this video where I sit down in front of the camera here, film a little intro, let you guys know what this video is about. But then what I will do is I will turn the camera around and I will show you up close and personal all of the candles that I burned through this month. That way you guys can see the vessels up close. You can see, are there soot marks around the rims? How do the wicks look at the end? Did they move around? Did they leave a lot of wax in there before they were finished? We're going to get into all of that today, and I'll let you guys know if there are any candles that I burned through that I would repurchase, or maybe I already have repurchased. So this is always just a fun video that I like to do every single month here on my channel. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I love to talk all things candles. I do this monthly empties video. I also do hauls. I do dedicated reviews. I have a candle collection series that I do every month. That video will be coming up later this week, where I update you on how many candles are currently in my collection, because I am on a mission to be accountable and to really be intentional in enjoying my candle collection this year. And I just have a bunch of fun candle content here. So if you find yourself wanting to stick around for more of it, please make sure you hit the subscribe button before you get on out of here. Per usual, all of the candles that I am talking about today, I will have listed in the description box down below. I will also have timestamps next to all of them. So that way, if you just want to jump ahead, or if you want to go back and refer to specific candles, you can always go back and do that. I do have affiliate discount codes with both HOMEWORX and Kringle. Those will also be listed down below for you. Those are affiliate links and they are eligible for a commission. So I do always like to be very upfront with you guys for that. And I do thank you if you choose to use them in supporting my channel. But I think that covers it for today. Let's go ahead and get into the empties. All right, let's go ahead and start out with a HOMEWORX candle that I finished up. This is Blueberry Violet Tarte. Now, I purchased this candle in the duo set from QVC. You can see here that it burned pretty far all the way down. And honestly, you guys, I extinguished this one. It probably could have kept burning. I feel like this is one of those HOMEWORX candles that would have burned all the way down to the last drop. Fragrance notes on here are fresh blueberries, violet petals, baked pastry, vanilla bean. I did do a dedicated review on this one. This candle was quite strong for me. I will tell you that you do get the blueberry note in here, but you also, the violet, that floral, does come out, especially upon burn. So you might not smell it as much on cold sniff, but it does come out on burn. It was a nice fragrance. It was a strong fragrance for me, but it's not a repurchase. In fact, the other candle that was in a duo for this, spoiler alert for my video where I update you guys on the candle collection, I did end up gifting to, we had a ladies' tea at our church last week, and I gifted that for the raffle. But the woman who won it was very happy with it. But it was a strong candle for me all the way down. I really liked pairing it with like a lemon fragrance, but it's just going to be a one and done for me. Another candle that I did a dedicated review on last week was Yankee Candle's Easter Bouquet. This is a really nice floral fragrance. You can see that it burned all the way down there. Again, I mean, there's a little bit of wax left, and honestly, when you see wax like this moved around, it's because I'm just anxious to change everything out. I saw that this had extinguished, and I went ahead and just took it out and decided to put a new candle in. You can see towards the end there, you know, we've got a little bit of soot around the glass here, but overall, not terribly bad, especially considering this was one of their large 2-wick tumblers. We've talked about before how when you get lower down on a candle vessel like this, you're going to probably get some soot because the candle acts kind of like a hurricane. But I really like this fragrance. If you want more information about it, go ahead and check out the dedicated review. I do have that listed and linked down below for you guys. But that is a really nice springtime fragrance. You guys know it was on my top 10 list. All right, here's a candle that I feel like was kind of polarizing. This is Bath & Body Works Hot Pink Cocoa. I purchased this, I want to say, around Candle Day of 2023. And again, it burned all the way down. Pretty clean burn. This one was a good burner for Bath & Body Works. You guys know with me, sometimes they get sooty and messy, but other times they burn nice and clean. And this was a nice clean burn. Sweet ruby chocolate, whipped vanilla cream, raspberry sprinkles. I actually like this fragrance. Is it one that I would be clamoring to have backups of and want to repurchase? No, but I liked it for what it was. Good clean burn. It performed well for me. But all done with that one. All right, I've finished one sweet carrot cake already from Bath & Body Works. This is a perennial favorite. I think I'm going to keep this lid to use as like a coaster. It's really cute. Again, pretty clean burn for me. I can't remember, did this one get puny wicks on me or not? I feel like it did towards the second half. But I did purchase another one of these. You may see it in the April empties, but honestly, you guys, this fragrance is a good year-round gourmand for me. It's not really one, honestly, that I burn on like sunny days here in the spring and summer, but it is one that I can see myself burning as we're transitioning into fall or like on rainy days. Yeah, sweet cream cheese frosting, fluffy carrot cake, cinnamon spice. This one, I did a comparison video between this and Country Candle's carrot cake. This one is more cream cheese frosting forward, whereas the Country Candle version is more spice cake forward. But they both are very nice fragrances. There's room for both of them in my collection, and I usually burn them both at the same time. That Country Candle format is pretty much like twice the wax that you get. I think that's like 31 ounces, and this, or like 20, no, not that many, like 28 ounces, and this is 14 and a half. So you get almost double in the Country version. I know that that sold out quickly, but this is a perennial favorite. I purchase this every year from Bath & Body Works, and I don't really see myself stopping despite the ridiculous price tag. Thankfully, they did put it on sale a couple of times. All right, you're going to see two of the blueberry cheesecake. You guys know I love this fragrance. Let's find the thing. So this one I had purchased at Marshall's. So we'll go ahead and see. Again, burned all the way down for me. I mean, this one, there's a little bit of wax left in there, but not enough to really make a difference. All right, fragrance notes here are wild Maine blueberry, cheesecake accord, blackberry jam, brown sugar crust. This was one of the rare 2022 pours that actually did pretty well for me. So you can see there that there's a September 9th, 2022 pour date on it. It's nice. It's a nice fragrance, definitely. I'm a little perplexed because, spoiler alert, I will have a HOMEWORX haul video coming up for you guys next weekend, or like, actually it would be this weekend coming up. And I ordered another one of these from the website, but we're going to talk about something because the one that I got from the website is smelling a little bit different than this one. So there's a little teaser. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you want to talk to me about that next week. But I did burn through two of these. These were actually left over from last summer in my collection. Is that same pour date? Yeah, I think I had purchased both of these at Marshall's. So you can see it burned all the way through. I love this fragrance. Everything that you see here, and this is what I've always known this fragrance to be. But like I said, the one that just came in to me, not so much. All right, here's another fragrance that has made it into my favorite Easter or springtime fragrances right now. This is Happy Easter Daffodil Daydreams. Again, I love the packaging here. I'm like, I need to find like another way to repurpose this packaging because it's so beautiful. All right, fragrance notes of whipped marshmallow, pastel clouds, sweet daffodil. We can see here, this one does develop puny wicks on me, and this is not a very strong candle. So be warned about that. However, I've purchased these candles for less than $10, and I really like this fragrance to be a complementary fragrance to other candles, like other stronger performing candles. So I typically will relegate this candle to a bedroom. Oh, it's so nice. So you've got that sweet marshmallow, but there's kind of like a delicate perfuminess to it. I absolutely love this one, and I am currently burning another one. I purchased another one earlier in the month, so burned through one, already have another one. Um, will I get backups after that? Probably not, because there will always be another fragrance that will come into my collection that I will probably love just as much. All right, we have a HOMEWORX birthday cake. So my daughters had birthdays at the end of February. So I really usually start breaking this fragrance out usually towards the end of February, and then I finish it up usually in March. You can see again, see how far down that burned. This one is always so good, you guys. I would say if you are ever looking for an authentic vanilla slash funfetti birthday cake fragrance, this is the one for you. We've got fragrance notes here of vanilla cake, whipped cream, caramelized sugars, and happy wishes. This one burned really nicely for me. It is still available on the HOMEWORX website or the Slatkin & Co website. I will always recommend this fragrance if you like just a good vanilla gourmand, a good cake. This smells like you're baking a cake in your oven. I will always recommend this one, and I really liked pairing this one sometimes with florals. But yeah, really glad to have finished that. And honestly, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think I burned through 2 of them. So yes, you can see both of them. See, they burned down pretty far. I mean, they extinguished themselves. So we finished 2 birthday cakes this month. Let's see, another Bath and Body Works. Yes, Main Street Bakery. All right, you guys, I feel like I am a lone wolf when it comes to this candle. I've seen people buy backups and backups of this. Yeah. I don't get it, you guys. This candle to me, it smells like banana pudding. So it's not really like a bakery in terms of like, when I hear bakery, I think of like cupcakes or bread. I don't really think pudding, and that's what I'm smelling here is banana pudding. Fresh banana, vanilla wafers, cinnamon sugar. So I do get kind of like a little bit of that cinnamon sugar, and I do smell that vanilla wafer accord in here with the banana. It was a nice fragrance. It wasn't one that I felt like I needed to get backups and backups of. Now, that also could be due in part to the fact that I have a lot of banana fragrances. But I think for me, when I like banana fragrances, I like them more for like summery type of blends. Like I'm thinking like bananas in a cocktail. Like I like banana daiquiri, or I love the banana maple pancakes from HOMEWORX. But this, it just kind of seemed like, I don't know. Not artificial banana. That's not what I'm saying, because I think this is heavier on the vanilla wafer accord in here with some banana. It was just okay for me. And you can see like the burn just wasn't that great. Now, I've heard some people say like, oh, this was such a powerhouse for me. This one fluctuated in terms of performance. Sometimes I could barely smell it. And then other times I was like, oh, okay, it's starting to take over. But yeah, it was just a one and done for me. Nothing backup worthy. And I know other people are like, what? All right, Lavender Marshmallow. Again, another fragrance that I purchased on Candle Day last year. This one burned pretty well for me. You can see that it got a little sooty and dirty there towards the end. The wicks kind of moved a little bit on that too. I do find that happens sometimes with my wicks, and I really have to watch them, especially when I burn my candles in hurricanes. If the wax gets too hot, it can detach the wick clips. The one that it does, the brand that has that happen the most is oftentimes Kringle, and I think that has to do with their wax formula. I do also extinguish my wicks using a wick dipper, and so I think sometimes that can affect, like it kind of in and of itself, that motion can detach the wicks. So I just always have to be careful. Okay, fragrance notes here: fluffy marshmallow, touch of lavender, fresh vanilla bean. This is the lavender fragrance that they use in the pink lavender and espresso. Love this fragrance. I can burn this with Paris Cafe sometimes, or I will burn it with the pink lavender and marshmallow, which I do think. Do I have one of those in here? Yes, I do. Here's pink lavender and espresso. Did I say pink lavender and marshmallow? I meant pink lavender and espresso. All right, so fragrance notes on pink lavender and espresso are rich pink lavender, caramel espresso beans, smooth vanilla. And you can see, you guys, this one, it was a little bit disappointing because it did develop puny wicks on me halfway through the burn. Really disappointing because I did find that it started to alter the fragrance. It was not as enjoyable as I had remembered, which frustrated me. It's not like when it first started out, I loved it. And again, you can see the wicks kind of moved on me there. I still love this fragrance though. I can't quit it. I do have one more in my collection, but I do wish that the burn was better on it. Yeah, this one, it didn't burn as nicely as I remember it burning in 2023 for me. This is a candle that I picked up earlier this year in 2024. But I do have one more. I wish it would not have gotten the puny wick syndrome, which I tend to get quite often with Bath and Body Works candles. Let's see, reach down here. Oh, a HOMEWORX candle. All right, we have Lemon Poppy Muffin. So you can see here, this is another one. Look at you guys. Look at how far down that burned. I mean, that's insane, right? Looks a little dirty there at the end, obviously. And oftentimes I let the candles burn a lot longer at the end when I know that there's just like barely any wax left. But yeah, it was good to the last drop. We have poppy seed, lemon zest, baked vanilla, and sparkling ginger. I've seen a couple of people say that when they smell this on cold, all they smell is that ginger and lemon, and they're not so sure about it. I can assure you that when this candle starts burning, it does balance itself out pretty nicely. You do, to my nose at least, I do detect ginger. It is in there. But the lemon balances it out really nicely. This is just a good gourmand. It makes me think of a poppy muffin, which I love me some poppy muffins. I love the ones at Costco, but I can never buy them because I will eat all of them. And I don't even know how many calories are in those. I just like warm them up and put a big old glob of butter on them. And ooh, so yummy. But this is one of my favorite fragrances from HOMEWORX. I was really glad that they brought this back because it was around a couple of years ago and I did snatch it up. Again, you guys, I'm not going into too much detail on a lot of these candles because I do have dedicated reviews for most of them, and those are linked in the description box for you if you want more detailed information. White Tea Leaf. This is a fragrance that has become one of my favorite springtime fragrances. So again, we see it burned all the way down here. Very nice all the way down. Pretty versatile. So white tea leaf, the fragrance notes on here are white tea leaf, bergamot, verbena, carnation blossom. I really liked burning this with the new country candle lemon tea and roses. This is a very nice, delicate tea fragrance, but you do get a slight hint of the carnation floral element in the background. It blends really nicely. It's soft, it's pretty, it's not too heady. This is a really, really nice fragrance. Strength and throw on this one is not like going to bowl you over. I would say it's like in the 7 range. In fact, that now that I'm looking at all of these candles, none of them, other than the Blueberry Violet Tarte, that one was like a total powerhouse for me, like throwing all throughout the house. And surprisingly, the Hot Pink Cocoa was pretty strong for me too. The rest of these are all pretty much, I would say, like high medium strength and throw, anywhere between that 7 and 8 category. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see. What am I getting to here? All right. I finished Lilac Blossoms. I did do a dedicated review on this last week as well. This is one of the new 3 wicks from Yankee Candle, and I will just say I'm all for it. Yankee did a good job with this new 3 wicks, and this is the format that I will be purchasing from Yankee moving forward. I really like this. Now on cold, and it's funny, even on cold now, I'm still detecting a little bit of like a powdery note. You guys know that I love lilac fragrances. My number 1 fragrance is still Kringle Candles Fresh Lilac, but this one is probably number 2. This was a really good performer for me. Again, all the way down. Look at, it's a clean burn. We don't have any soot. And I believe that this is like a soy paraffin blend. So good job, Yankee. I do have one more 3 wick currently in my collection. I have that in the fragrance Pink Sands. But I definitely would purchase more of these 3 wicks from Yankee Candle moving forward because this performed pretty solidly for me, and the strength and throw was pretty good too. So definitely liked that one. All right, and then we're going to end these empties with one that was a womp womp, and then the other one was a whoa. Okay, Vanilla Bean. I love this fragrance from Bath and Body Works. However, you know what it meant? When you see all that wax and barely any wicks, yeah, this one had to live in the candle crock. And look at how much wax, like look at what point I had to put it in the candle crock. Isn't that disappointing? So the fragrance notes on this are Madagascar vanilla bean, homemade marshmallow, warm cinnamon, nutmeg. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's a very like gooey kind of marshmallow vanilla type of fragrance. I love it. It's perfect for blending with other fragrances. The downside was that it developed puny wicks so quickly, and they were the puny wicks that were altering the fragrance. And I was like, oh, like it was smelling burned. It was not good at all. Now I am glad that I was able to let it live out the rest of its life in the candle crock, but I really would have preferred, I personally, you guys, if you're just joining my channel, I am somebody that I will only use a candle crock if absolutely necessary. Generally, I don't like using a candle crock because to me, I feel like I purchase candles to be able to burn them. And I feel like when I put a candle in a candle crock, it kind of, because my home is a little bit smaller, I find that it kind of boxes me in with the types of fragrances that I have to burn to complement what's going in the crock, I guess. And I just like to be able to have a lot more versatility. So that's why I prefer not to crock. Thankfully, the vanilla bean fragrance is it can go with a lot of different things. So it wasn't that bad of a problem. But if this did not have the wick issues that it had, I would purchase this fragrance again because I do really enjoy it. All right, and then last but not least, we have, what was this? Wildflower Bliss. This was from Kringle Candle. This was in the 3-wick launch from 2023. Fragrance notes of honeysuckle, jasmine, orange flower, citrus, wood, and musk. If you love honeysuckle fragrances, this is your winner right here. There's honeysuckle, but there is the greenness back there of I don't know if I really smell much jasmine, but whatever they're using for citrus and wood, there is kind of a woodiness, a green element to it, but it's definitely a honeysuckle forward fragrance. My daughter really, really loved this one. She was like, oh, that smells really good. So this one I did have about half of it left over from 2023. So I decided to go ahead and finish burning it this month. But this was a really strong performer. I do believe that this was a repackage of a honeysuckle fragrance that was already in the Kringle lineup at some point. It was either in the Kringle or Country lineup, but performed really well. And again, this is in that 100% soy wax. So I would say that the strongest candles of the month were this one, the Wildflower Bliss, the Blueberry Violet Tarte. Lilac Blossoms was pretty strong for me too, especially upon the first couple of burns. I would say that the Strength and Throw kind of lightened up, towards the end there. But the rest of the candles were probably in that like medium to medium, I would say like high medium throwing. Happy Easter is not a super high thrower. Main Street Bakery was a little inconsistent for me. And then, of course, the Vanilla Bean just kind of deaded out for me and needed to go in the crock. But I am counting here. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 empties this month. So yay, making lots of progress. Like I said earlier, stay tuned for my candle collection video. I will likely be putting that up. I'm thinking this Friday is when I think I'm planning to have that one go up for all of you guys. That is a series that I like to do on my channel where I talk about where my candle collection is. I'm trying to be very intentional this year in enjoying my collection while also making sure that I'm bringing in new things, using up stuff that I already have. And so in that video, I will do the grand tally. We'll take the number of candles that I had at the beginning of the month, and we will deduct the empties. I also will let you guys know what candles I decluttered, and I will also let you know how many candles I brought into my collection this year, goodness, not for this year, you guys, for this month, and we will just see if I've made any progress. So again, if you want to stay tuned for that, keep your eye out. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Hit thumbs up if you like this video. It helps me out with the old YouTube algorithm, and it also lets me know that you guys enjoy seeing empties. Let me know in the comment box down below, did you finish up any of these candles, or have you burned any of these, and what your opinions are? I always encourage dialogue down there, just as long as you remain respectful of myself and others within the community. I do want to say thank you so very much for spending your time here with me today, and until my next one,